Yo, hello there guys, I hope you're doing well. It's your boy Mikey back at it again with episode 5 of Let's React to the Sandman TV show. Let's go. So in the last episode we're 2 out of 3 for the Sandman's accoutrements return. He has the mask, which allows him apparently to see and locate all things within the realm. We have the sand, which allows him to both travel to and bring things to him, like a summoning circle. However, it's my young man child John over here who still retains the ruby after having manipulated its structure to reject the Sandman when he came to take it back. This is obviously set in America, but there's something I can't quite put my finger on about it. Obviously, this is America slightly of the past by all the design and stuff, which is one of the things I'm in love with. I haven't checked, but I think this is set in the 90s. But also, it kind of feels like America if... Hey, Betty. It feels like America if America was filmed in England?
Well, honesty is the best policy.
That's what they say, isn't it?
Ah, that is what they say. Come on.
This is my secret. It makes dreams come true.
I bet it does.
Oh. This is what you have to do when you tolerate a customer.
Your job? Well, then I better hurry up and get you that coffee.
Yo, actually, that's not the only person I recommend it to. I am up very early in the morning to grab this episode, just because of my schedule. Strongly recommend a cup of coffee to anyone. This thing here is keeping me alive. Oh dear, does Betty have a bad relationship with Lindy's partner? Hey. Oh, he's a replacement fry cook. Ooh, looks like everybody's got stuff on their minds here in this busy diner. Guys, it goes without saying, thank you very much for following along with the series. Click like, click subscribe, or just hang out live on Twitch if you're ever in the mood. Oh, it's got bendable LCD screen technology. Oh, I guess it is modern day after all. Or maybe not necessarily visually, like this is still set in the attitudes and presence of the 90s, or a bit more particularly where the actual graphic novels are set, but they're still nodding that it's modern day, even though the actual kind of setting and feel isn't necessarily. Anyway, long story short, guys, basically, thank you very much for joining me along. This series has been a pleasure.
I'm just afraid to be happy.
Oh, she likes him.
One for lunch, Hansel?
I don't know why. It feels like there's a whole plethora of different characters that are singularly making their entrance rhythmically to the diner at the moment. It almost feels like a particular scene in a stage play. So, hey, it reminds me of, have you guys seen a film with Paul Bettany and another actor who I can only describe as a very hench Elon Musk, and the young kid who's now a grown-up man from American Gothic, and it's like the second coming of Jesus or something, and they all hold out in a diner.
I'm Mark, by the way.
And I'm gay, so...
Hey, gay. I'm Dad. And they're all actually being attacked by the... Well, I won't spoil it, but there's hordes of people attacking them from otherworldly places.
She set them up.
I set them up.
Aww.
They were
Good for
both
you.
regulars. She thinks she has this sense about people.
I just get this sense about people, so...
Where are you sitting right now?
And here we all are.
What if she does have a sense about people?
She just tried to set us up.
How's work going?
Good. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Good. You know, I thought I'd...
Yo, John is soaking all of this
It's been
in.
great.
Ah, she does things for others, but she doesn't necessarily fulfill her own dreams or follow her own advice.
We don't want to ruin your macros.
I'm so sorry. I'm starting to see cracks in the relationship already. I think I'm just really cynical in the morning. Let me have my coffee.
Get it? If that's what you want.
Oh, they're about to have a fight. Look at John.
Have the salad.
He just saved his relationship. She's just like, yes, you will.
Yeah, I've got some time. That sounds good.
Oh no, he's turned up extra early to his interview? That's bad advice, guys. Never turn up early or even particularly on time for an interview, because if you do it for that, they're going to expect you to do it for the first day of work, and they're going to expect you to do it for every day afterwards.
It's fiction, I guess, because all my stories have happy endings.
Oh,
Going long enough, they all ended in death.
he's not a million miles off though. Stopping a story on a good point is just stopping it at a point.
What do you have,
An
Hansel?
arbitrary moment on the mechanisms of our lives. Oh, I've been listening to too much of him. Oh, just an arbitrary moment on the mechanisms of our lives. My Ruby can tell you fiction
Why did you
writers.
call me that? I like this version of you much better, don't you?
Oh, it's getting all under her skin. There's plenty of people, plenty of creeps slide out on the internet, all up in people's DMs like this guy.
You and I were going to change the world.
Oh, is he going to infect everybody he comes in contact with like a communication virus that forces honesty from them and then the people that they interact with as well? Is this his way of, unfortunately, plunging the world into an honest chaos? Now, the reason why I love that as an idea is because I've recently-ish read a science fiction novel called Snow Crash, and although it is very edgy and cyberpunk and kind of weird, its bigger concepts about a communication virus and that truly honest language, deep-rooted to our thinking, is actually a threat that leads all the way back to Genesis in the Bible. It's actually fascinating. Oh, he ate the
Wait,
chips!
how many bars do you have?
Oh no!
She just doesn't want to hear from you.
What?
They're all being honest. Oh no! I will hit her with a little beam for my honesty, Ruby. Oh, that's a bit creepy. Now they can't even override their own impulses and instincts. They have to act with a responsive honesty to their own desires. She couldn't even walk out. Okay, 1 minute. When was Snow Crash written? 1992. What, is the Sandman the precursor to loads of concepts and stuff? Because I could never pin it down, but the last episode, which was amazing, it ended in a concept about hope overriding most of the awful life-death aspects, which was something that I have a vague memory of having read or come across in something else. Although, to be perfectly honest, all of that's kind of more rooted in the Pandora's Box fable as well.
That burger made you sick to your stomach, didn't it?
He's not going to let any of them leave until they've all been really honest at each other. The fact that they're all now kind of isolated in this diner just further reinforces that dangerously isolated scene stage play vibe. This is almost like a one-shot horror science fiction kind of story where everyone who enters the diner is already dead, and that's why they can't leave the world outside. Although, to be perfectly honest, I think first thing in the morning my memory's not so good. Isn't that also a Hammer horror story? Where everybody's riding a carriage to go somewhere and they all tell their life stories, and when they get to where they're going, it's death? Oh dear, don't meet the boss of your entire organization before you've interviewed! Oh no, do not get into the Viper's Den. The CEO is looking to make a point against her partner who she's currently angry with in some kind of passive-aggressive interview process with a new hot young replacement. Oh no!
You could come over. I can make us dinner.
Oh yo, shoot your short bet.
Bernard gonna be there?
Probably.
Oh.
He'll go up to his room and you could come to mine.
Oh no, a separate beds relationship. Ayya.
I like to go upstairs to your son's room.
Ah!
I don't like fucking him. Yeah, sometimes I let him fuck me.
He's just a kid.
He's 21, man.
Oh.
And he knows what he's doing.
Oh, okay. He's 21. Okay. Oh, I've woken up now. Bloody hell. Again, just to further that isolated feeling, nobody since the first act of this particular episode has further entered the diner either. Like, it's clearly dark out, a lot of time has passed, and yet nobody ever came to interview this guy who was originally set to. So when John actually uses his ruby in a set space like this, is he creating some kind of bubble reality that can't kind of be pierced until his idea of what should happen is resolved within it? Okay, this is the last recommendation I'll also make. There is a very old episode of Star Trek TNG that has this concept of a shrinking bubble reality where the people you know become forgotten by everyone and you're the only one who actually remembers. And it actually turns out to be a terrific horror story.
You didn't ruin my lunch. Kate did.
Aye. Take a little bit of responsibility. Maybe you both ruined your lunch.
He's not very good at it. Are you?
It's all about control.
This interview's gone out of control.
When I met her,
The CEO of the entire company's coming on to you. Oh man, you're gonna earn that job, kid.
she's lovely.
So John's idea of honesty forced through the ruby is more of a intense moment by moment honesty, which kind of also leads to acting honestly towards every single impulse that you get. But acting honestly towards every single impulse, which we're usually used to controlling socially, isn't the long-term honesty of how we actually live our lives day to day. Oh my! Okay, the kid knows how to follow instructions. So the problem is if this is going to be the crescendo of John's fishbowl experiment in his new honest utopia, then the fallout is going to actually end up being a bloody mess. By the end of this episode, I'm not 100% sure if any of these characters are still going to be alive. Oh, I do love it when I get everyone all over each other's business. Where are the hot dogs? There's his personal honesty. I want some ice cream. Whoa! And here we have the fallout. Oh no.
That's not who I am.
Ah! It's tough to say that when you're covered in blood. They're finally figuring it out.
Him.
Rhythmically, it's been pretty nice for all of the news articles playing on that TV have been a reflection in tone of what's been happening in the diner all day.
You all did the rest. You did what you wanted to.
Without impulse control, though, you've just turned them all into animals. And so this is the danger of John's power. This is power in the hands of someone who's not socially acclimatized and has a very simple and dangerous outlook as a result. Wait a minute. What are they doing?
We've told ourselves.
Wait. So now he has them cause their own suffering? Oh no. You can't play rock, paper, scissors on your own, love. It doesn't work in a mirror.
And pain.
Look at that! Oh my god. Okay, everything is reminding me of everything. There is a Japanese horror film called, I think it's Suicide Club. And there's a horrible scene where a lady's chopping stuff in the kitchen. Ugh. Oh no 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 no. Oh.
You're still seeing it with your eyes.
Oh, don't say that.
Close them.
Don't say that.
I see the future.
Oh. Look, guys, I'm usually a little bit better than this with horror, but this is my first experience of today with my morning coffee.
You go back to dust.
Oh my god! Has John's form of sacrificing these people led to a summoning of Hecate?
You, John D.
Look again. Tell me my future.
This is your future, man.
The power of you will crush the Dream Lord's life in your hands.
Oh shit! Oh yo, he's woken up.
What is it you think you're doing?
Saving the world from its lies.
The movie wasn't made for that.
So through Dream's lens, all of these people's lives have a much better outlook. John sees all of this as lies, but Dream sees all of this as inspiration.
But if it has too much of my power within it,
Oh no.
it stole more when I tried to use it.
Oh right, that's what knocked him
If I
out.
use it to steal the rest of your powers, I will be the king of dreams.
Hiya!
And dreams.
Oh, a challenge. Oh, lovely. We've got echoes of episode 1 now in John's dreaming. So John was never here. So the dream is using his dream landscape as a means of leading the direction of this encounter. Look at this right here. That's a nice little dolly.
Welcome home. Don't be such a baby, Johnny.
No. Oh dear. Oh wow, John has got a lot of issues going on in his head. So is Dream showing him the reality of what would happen if his mother had led her life by her impulses? What would motherhood be without any of the hope that John had taken away from the world?
Is this your palace, Dream Lord?
I don't know why that dialogue is so silly, and yet I love it.
King of lies?
I love all of this. Father, the sleeper has awakened!
Your own power.
Oh, look at that! That is so awesome.
It is not too late to save yourself.
We are entering the territory of the never-ending story, where everything's crumbling to dust until only a single grain of sand of his kingdom remains. Oh shit! Hi! I was kind of hoping that we were working on good solid home ground.
Well, it's time they woke up!
Get woke!
Now.
Wow. Oh my goodness. John would do very well on Twitter.
Thank you, John.
Oh. Yeah, look at the cosmic scale of dreaming.
I would never have thought of that.
Yes.
Forgotten just how much of myself I had placed in the jewel.
This is
But
the
dream
power
stone
of
was
one
not
of the
made for
endless.
mortals, and it came to you through no fault of your own.
Oh.
Sleep well, John.
We finally had a shot of the dreaming at his full-scale power. Oh no!
The ruby didn't do this.
Oh no, John's fishbowl experience had already spread to the rest of the world?
The rebuilding will begin.
So in that final battle, John had released everybody from the dreaming into a world of relentless truths. And in the time it took, like, a borderline semi-Armageddon kicked in, like everything went to absolute pot. But with the destruction of the ruby, Dream's power was returned. Who is this?
I'm watching you.
Who?
Brother.
Who is that? Who is that? Okay, this episode was the perfect counter to the last one. Previously, we had that real standout, showy episode, Dream gets his groove back versus Lucifer, and now instead we've had a taste of John's version of Dream reality, but in his own actions of conjuring the destruction of Dream's universe, he destroys the ruby itself, returns all the power to the Endless, and now Dream has to go and undo all the damage he's done and rebuild his own kingdom. Guys, I kind of thought the last episode might have been the peak of the series, but having a fishbowl microcosm of what John is doing to the wider world was a great way to tell that story in the space of a single episode, and now my boy Dream is big again. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you joining me for the journey. Click like, click subscribe, check out the playlist, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.